Welcome back to Sissy Maya. Here, we embrace true femininity. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to never miss an update.
I never thought I would find myself in this situation. Growing up, I was always the shy and reserved younger brother to my outgoing and athletic older brother. Our parents had high expectations for him and he always seemed to live up to them, effortlessly excelling in sports and academics. As for me, I was more interested in art and fashion, often being teased by my brother and his friends for my feminine interests. Little did I know, my love for these things would lead me down a path of self-discovery, and ultimately, love. It all started when my brother brought his new girlfriend, Lily, home for the first time. I was immediately taken aback by her beauty, with her long blonde hair, striking blue eyes, and perfect smile. I couldn't help but feel a little envious of her looks, wishing I could be as effortlessly beautiful as she was. As we got to know each other, I couldn't help but feel drawn to her bubbly personality and warm nature. She didn't judge me for my interests, in fact, she embraced them. Lily was the first person to encourage and support my love for makeup and fashion, often giving me tips and tricks to enhance my features and create different looks. As my brother and Lily's relationship grew stronger, our sisterly bond also blossomed. She would often come over to my house to hang out or ask for my opinion on her outfit choices. I loved spending time with her, feeling comfortable and accepted in my own skin for the first time. One day, as we were experimenting with makeup, Lily suggested we do a full makeover. I was hesitant at first, not wanting to look too girly, but she assured me it would be a fun experiment. And boy, was she right. Lily transformed me into the most beautiful woman I had ever seen. I couldn't believe how confident and empowered I felt in that moment. She had a way of bringing out my features and highlighting them in a way that I had never thought possible. My brother and his friends came home while we were in the middle of our makeover, and their jaws dropped in shock as they saw me. Lily simply laughed and said, "Isn't she stunning?" My brother's friends could only nod in agreement, stunned by the transformation. From that day on, Lily would often come over to play dress-up with me. She would bring over different outfits, wigs, and makeup, always pushing me to step out of my comfort zone and try something new. I would eagerly wait for her visits, feeling like I was truly myself when I was with her. My brother, on the other hand, seemed a little uncomfortable with our newfound bond. I could sense a bit of tension between them whenever she would focus her attention on me, but I tried not to pay it any mind. As months went by, my brother and Lily's relationship seemed to change. They started arguing more and spending less time together. It was clear to me that they were drifting apart, but I didn't know the reason behind it. One day, my brother sat me down and told me that things weren't working out between him and Lily. He said they had both grown apart and decided to end things amicably. I could see the hurt in his eyes, and it broke my heart knowing that Lily was the one who had broken it off. But what I didn't know at the time was that Lily had started to develop feelings for me. She couldn't resist the confident and beautiful woman I had become, and found herself falling in love with me. It was a shock to both of us when she confessed her feelings, as we had never thought of each other in that way. I was confused and didn't know how to respond, but deep down, I couldn't deny the spark that had been growing between us. Just when we were starting to explore and understand our feelings for each other, my brother walked in on us kissing. The look on his face was a mixture of shock, disappointment, and betrayal. He stormed out of the room without saying a word, leaving Lily and me to face the consequences of our actions. We knew what we were doing was wrong, but we couldn't seem to stop ourselves. Lily and I sat down to talk, and she revealed to me that she had ended things with my brother because she couldn't bear the thought of hurting him any longer by being in a relationship with me. She also confessed her love for me, and I couldn't deny that I loved her too. But we both knew we couldn't be together, at least not yet. Lily had to leave town for a job opportunity, and we decided to end things before it got too complicated. The days after she left were some of the hardest I had ever experienced. I missed her presence, her touch, and most of all, the way she made me feel. I also couldn't shake off the guilt I felt for hurting my brother and ruining their relationship. I couldn't talk to anyone about what had happened, afraid of judgment and backlash. So, I turned to my art and makeup, pouring all of my emotions onto the canvas and creating some of my best work. Months went by, and I tried my best to move on and focus on myself. I threw myself into my studies and improved my skills in makeup and fashion. And then, one day, I received a surprise visit from Lily. She had come back to town for a friend's wedding and couldn't leave without seeing me. We sat down and talked for hours, catching up on everything that had happened since she left. It was like no time had passed, and our bond was still as strong as ever. As we said our goodbyes, I couldn't help but feel a sense of hope for our future. We both knew that we couldn't be together at that moment, but we also knew that our feelings for each other wouldn't go away. And that's when I made a decision to come out to my family and tell them the truth about my feelings for Lily. It was a difficult conversation, but in the end, they accepted me for who I was and supported my relationship with Lily. Fast forward to today, and I am proud to say that Lily and I are together. It wasn't an easy journey, but we both knew that we were meant to be together. We moved in together, built a life for ourselves, and even started our own business together, a fashion and makeup studio. My brother, surprisingly, has also come around and accepted our relationship, even apologizing for his initial reaction. I never thought I would be a femboy, but being with Lily and exploring my femininity has helped me accept myself for who I am. She showed me that true beauty and confidence come from within, and I couldn't be more grateful for that. I am no longer afraid to be myself, and I have found love in the most unexpected place. Who would have thought that the one person who would make me feel like the most beautiful woman in the world was my brother's girlfriend? And for that, I will forever be thankful.